I mean, you don't need government to do everything. That's the issue, is that we've felt that way, that without government, we're going to all get shafted.
I guess I just want somebody watching, Dan, that's all. I don't want government doing everything, and I do want the red tape for new businesses cleared away. That's what they ought to be doing in Tallahassee, but we'll respectfully agree to disagree on that one. Richard in Orlando, now you work for a timeshare operation, right?
I sure do, and I got to tell you, I actually agree with what you're saying, and I'll tell you why. The truth is, it only takes one dishonest guy out there hustling people to give all the people that are honest and working hard a bad reputation. We work hard every day in marketing, and when we're telling people about what we work with and what we can offer them, the first thing we have to overcome is all the rumor from the one guy that misled people.
Yes. Yes. And it puts a stain on all of you.
Absolutely. So there's really no harm. Actually, it's a huge advantage. If we have a state license, if we have an oversight, it really helps us.
A little bit of quality control, good for all of the good guys in your business and some of these other ones. Thanks, Richard. Appreciate that. Good debate. Up next, a former Islamic terrorist on the 50,000-watt front porch with the Budman. He is coming to Orlando. 829 on BHL.
Both of my sisters are getting married this year, which means a lot of flights back home, gifts to ship to the Midwest, and other online expenses. Most of my credit card transactions are online, which leaves me open to identity theft like most Americans. That's why I've teamed up with a LifeLock to not only protect myself in the event of identity theft, but also to prevent it from happening. Fox News reported on LifeLock's prevention abilities with one woman who came face-to-face with the person who stole her identity. She said without LifeLock, she wouldn't have known the thieves were coming, and added LifeLock services are legit. They do what they say they'll do, and it's worth it. I'm constantly entering my information online for bill paying, shopping. This way I know that my identity is always being looked out for with LifeLock. Join me in protecting yourself and your family. If you call now, you can get 60 bonus days of LifeLock protection. 60 bonus days. Do this for yourself and your family. Call 1-800-995-7953. 1-800-995-7953. 1-800-995-7953.
Join me, Scott Duncan, along with Dr. Faisal Fakir of the Florida Premier Research Institute this Saturday at 2 p.m. as we discuss clinical research and how you can be part of the medical miracles of tomorrow. That's this Saturday at 2 p.m. on Your Health Matters on 540 WFLA.
Regardless, you're all a little different. It seems like we all struggle with the same thing. Learning, raising, life. We get busy, distracted, and sometimes go 1 or 2 run out of
Orange County Sheriff's investigators say a man who worked at Universal Studios and as a volunteer for Christian youth groups throughout Central Florida, such as the K-Life group in Windermere, may have molested a number of children. 39-year-old Edward Ruheim was arrested after investigators caught him in a phone call with a 15-year-old boy. He was apologizing for sexual encounters he had with the boy when he was 12. Ruheim's expected to be released this morning, but will be wearing a GPS tracking device. The state legislature has approved the first bill of the 2011 session. It makes fundamental changes to the way teachers are hired, fired, and paid for their work. It's called the Success for Students Act, and Representative Daniel Davis says change is long overdue.
This public policy is a policy of the past. It's a dinosaur. I think it needs to go the way of the dinosaur. I think that ineffective teachers need to be on guard. Effective teachers have nothing to worry about.
The bill eliminates tenure and the benefits of seniority would disappear. Salaries would also be based on student performance, and Representative Cynthia Stafford says they're hurting more than just teachers here.
I cannot support a bill that says to a teacher at the end of each year, you're fired because your contract has expired. This bill is not helping teachers, it's hurting teachers. And if we hurt our teachers, we're ultimately hurting our children.
The bill is headed to the governor's desk, and he's already expressed his support. Florida religious leaders holding a prayer service today to denounce bills recently introduced in the legislature they fear will hurt immigrants. The leaders dislike the proposals that would require law enforcement to inquire about immigration status during an arrest. Florida's spring training baseball season in full swing, but what happened to efforts last year to bring a minor league franchise to Orlando? Armando Gutierrez with Baseball Enterprises says his group is currently reviewing several locations that could one day house a top-caliber minor league franchise.
It's going to be a Yankees caliber minor league baseball facility, probably about 6,000 seats plus or minus, and it's going to house a museum and a lot of other baseball-related uses. But it's going to be a state-of-the-art facility that's going to make Central Florida proud.
In sports, the Magic ended a 5-game road trip with a 93-89 win in Milwaukee. 540 WFLA News Time 8:32. I'm Michelle Morello. Get these stories and more at 540WFLA.com. Coming up, more BHL. Forward at Boston, Swagaman Traffic Center. Eastern 94 very slow as you make your way from Uganti through downtown into Colonial Drive. Western 94 also with pockets of slow traffic between 434 and Maple Boulevard. Also slow going westbound near Preston Street. Westbound along the 408 is very slow from Gate Road into Goldenrod. Some problems at the time north or southbound along the Turnpike. And a railway is up to speed between Sanford and Celebration areas. Some traffic around Point Break.
From 540 WFLA Orlando's 24-hour weather channel, as you find the usual spots this morning, the weather going to be clearing out and warming up big time today. The high temperature will climb to 85, sunny and mid-80s on Friday. Weather updated around the clock on 540 WFLA. I'm David Maddox at the Weather Channel. Starting your morning the right way. Fun and live. Continue now on 540 WFLA.
I think I'll have to admit it's not every day that a one-time Islamic terrorist comes to town and winds up in the pulpit speaking in a local church. Well, it's going to happen this weekend, and the man is with us, and he's been on my show before, the afternoon edition of Bud Hedinger Live, and in the morning as well. Former terrorist, now committed Christian, Waleed Shoebat. And Waleed, welcome back to Bud Hedinger Live, and welcome, by the way, to Central Florida.
Thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to coming to Central Florida as well.
Well, we're looking forward to having you here. You're going to be speaking at the Northwest Church this Sunday, 5495 Clarcona Ocoee Road in Orlando. Your theme will be From Hate to Love. And I want to get into some issues related to the terrorist situation we are facing domestically and overseas in a moment. But first of all, you're a guy who understands completely the transition from hate to love, because you're Palestinian by birth and you were an Islamic terrorist and you were all about hating Jews and you were actually on a mission to kill Jews, and then you've had a conversion experience and you are now a peace-loving, committed Christian, Waleed. What will your message be to the people at the Northwest Church on Sunday?
Well, being, an ex-Muslim who became Christian, of course, I have a biblical message. With church, we talk about the Bible. And I share my conviction of what I found in the Bible that helped change my mind. It really is an evidence kind of issue. It's not just a spiritual kind of a feeling. It has nothing to do with feelings whatsoever. It has something to do with finding facts, biblical facts, historic facts, prophetic facts that shows that there is an absolute choice between religions, that Hinduism, Islam, and all the other religions really are no match to what we have in the Christian faith.
What sets Christianity apart?
I'm sorry?
What sets Christianity apart from the others?
Well, all nations that adapted Judeo-Christian ethics have ended up in freedom and liberty. All nations that have not have always been in tyranny. All nations that have abandoned Judeo-Christian ethics ended up in tyranny. You look at the French Revolution. You look at what happened in Germany and their Nazism. You look at Russia with ousting the Tsars and creating communism.
I think you make an excellent point. I need to move quickly because I have less than 4 minutes with you, Waleed. What I want to know is also, will you be speaking this weekend in Orlando about the current state of the Islamic terrorist threat around the world and the radicalization of Muslims in America that was the focus of the controversial Peter King hearings in Congress last week?
Absolutely, because Americans need to begin to understand it's not only simply the problem with explosive acts. Our enemy is not only Al-Qaeda. Our enemy is the Muslim Brotherhood. Our enemy is Hamas. Our enemy is the Iranian Revolution. Our enemy is anyone who wants to change the Constitution of the United States of America to try to establish Sharia laws in this country. So our enemy has a goal, and we need to understand the goal of this enemy. It's not simply an explosive act. It's a political act that we need to address once and for all. It's not simply the terrorists. It's the whole movement.
How do we stop the radicalization of Muslims inside America?
Well, first of all, we must close organizations that harbor support for the Muslim Brotherhood.
You mean we need to shut down mosques?
Well, any mosque that shows support.
How do we shut down mosques when we have a First Amendment that guarantees freedom of worship?
Well, it's simple. We need to separate religion from politics. We need to separate religion from terrorist activism. Once you say Sharia law we should ban Sharia law from this country. The same thing happened in Oklahoma. Those kind of things. We should energize those kind of movements in this country and create legislation to ban Sharia as illegal. And once you do this, then those movements, the difference between political and between religious, you can determine what is political and what is religious trying to destroy this country.
Let me talk to you about the Muslim Brotherhood. We're being told by the Obama administration they're a presence here in our country, but particularly in the Middle Eastern countries, which are all in turmoil now. We're being told by the Obama administration that they're a largely secular organization, that they are not prone to violence, that we have nothing to fear from the Muslim Brotherhood. How do you see it?
Well, let's take a look at their leaders. Rashad al-Bayoumi, one of the leaders of the Muslim Brotherhood,